Fellas, today I'm going to show you how to make beats for NETTSPEND, not jerk beats, more of like the OK kind of style. First, you want to pick your BPM. OK's beats vary a lot in BPM. He's got some slow ones like Troops by Osama-san, and then he's got some fast ones like 2024 Freestyle by NETTSPEND. So I went somewhere around the middle. I'm at 139 BPM, but you can go anywhere from like mid 130s to high 160s. First sound I started with was this little melody in Xenology. This sound is called Submerged Effects. This sound is pretty much just a pad, but I added a shaper box to it and a convolver. For the convolver, I added the blur white preset, but I turned it down to a little bit over half. And the shaper box preset I'm using is called Multi Sci-Fi, and that is at around 35% on the mixer. So the shaper box is adding like a little high pitch sound. This is with the shaper box off. Right, it's not there. And then with the shaper box on, it's like right at the end of the notes, it goes meow meow. Super simple, and no one would ever hear it, but I decided to add it because I thought it was a cool little accent. Next up, we got one of my favorite sounds in the beat. This sound is also in Xenology, and it's called saw non-linear. It's not a linear saw, it's a non-linear saw. What does that mean? I have no idea. I went for a plucky pattern similar to Troops by Osama-san. Next up, we got, I think these are some keys. Yeah, tone delay key. Pretty cool little top melody I added also from Xenology. If you don't have Xenology, then I don't know, man, that sucks. You should get Xenology though, it's a pretty good plugin. Very simple pattern. All I added to it was a stereo enhancer that looks like this. All I did was separate it a little bit and move it a little bit to the right. The EQ is just cutting out some of the lows and some of the highs. I want this to be a midsection sound, and I think it fits in the mix perfectly with every other melody. And now the last part of the melody is this lead from Serum. This is definitely my favorite sound in the beat, and you're about to see why. This lead is called Crank, and it's in a Life After Life Serum bank, which I'm pretty sure is free on YouTube. It's such a unique sound, and it just feels like your brain is being tickled while you listen to it. It just sends shivers down my spine, like no ditty. And now for the melody altogether, I'll play this little part here I have for the hook. I did a little chop at the end to get rid of Xenology 3 and add the Serum. I just think it's super smooth. I'll play it for you guys right here. Now, before we get into the drums, we got a word from today's sponsor, the GOATs themselves, Boost Collective. If you upload your music to platforms like Spotify, it can be challenging to grow your page organically. But with Boost Collective, they pretty much take everything that's difficult about it and make it easy for you. They put your music in some of the best Spotify playlist campaigns. Your music distribution is risk-free, so you don't got to worry about anything getting taken down at any point. You get in-depth analytics so you can see everything going on with your music, and you can even get one of those little link in bio pages you see people use on Instagram where it takes them to their music. With my link in the description, you can get your music in front of millions for 60% off, plus all those features I just mentioned before for 6 months free. If you are consistently uploading music on Spotify and other major platforms, Boost Collective really is a no-brainer. So not only can your music be heard by millions of people, Boost Collective has your back with bot protection. It's pretty common for artists to get targeted by fake streams when they don't even know where they're coming from. And if those platforms catch on that they're getting fake streams, even if they're not doing it themselves, they can be fined or they can be banned from the platform. But Boost Collective comes in and says, nah, that's not happening. You don't get taken down, you don't get fined, they have your back. And that's one of my biggest reasons of working with these guys, because they genuinely care about the artists that they're working with. Once again, if you want to get started with Boost for 60% off, my link will be at the top of the description. Now let's get back into the NETTSPEND tutorial. All right, next up we got the drums, and we got some heavy hitters, man. These sounds are crazy. Now I normally edge you guys a little bit with the 808. I always like leave it last, but I'm gonna play it first this time. We're playing the 808 first, get it out the way. We got 808 called Goku in the Lucrative DNA drum kit. This kit is nuts. Shout out to Lucrative. This 808, it just bangs, man. it's shitting its pants. Next up, we got some sounds from Octo. The open hat, clap, and the snare are all in his mirror drum kit. Here's the open hat, super simple, just played it at the start of the bar, but I just love the effects that Octo put on all of his drums. Super unique sounding. Next up, we got the clap, same thing, also in the mirror drum kit. I just love the reverse reverb going into the next clap. It just adds like a really good bounce to it. Here's the hi-hat pattern. This is in the same lucrative kit that the 808 was. I left it pretty simple. We got a couple rolls. OK doesn't go too crazy with his rolls, but he keeps the hi-hats active, you know what I mean? It's never going to be like a two-step for too long without something else going on. Here's what it sounds like. The second half over here, I just copy and pasted over, and we're on the last sound already. Not that many sounds. I could have added a couple more snares, to be honest, but I really didn't. I thought the melodies kind of already filled up everything. We just have a snare at the end of the bar, and I switched it up both times. This snare is also in the mirror drum kit by Octo. Drums all together sound like this. Other than the mixing I already showed you with some of the effects on the melodies, I didn't really add anything else. 808 is just kind of turned up with a soft clipper on it, and the master channel also has a soft clipper on it. Just default, looks like this. Super simple. I don't really put anything on my master channels. I just kind of level out all the other sounds. Now, the last sound I added was a little glass break effect just at the start of the beat. I'm not sure if this is the sound that OK uses, but I've noticed in some of his beats that there's like a glass break or a gunshot, I'm not really sure what it is, at the start of his beats, just to, you know, kind of pay homage and make it sound a little bit more like something he would make. Before I play the full beat, first off, I want to say thank you for watching all the way to the end. There's going to be some other videos of mine up on the screen while this beat plays out, so if you want to see some more of my content, make sure to go watch one of those, and I'll see you guys in the next video.